Hello, this is Paul Gruhn, and I'm here with the CEO of the Kitchen Project. I'm the professor at ICM590 Project Planning for Quinnipiac, and many of you have requested that we get a final report from the CEO on the status of the Kitchen Project. So this will probably come at some cost to me, but many of you have requested to find out where we're at and if the CEO is happy. So I'd like to first introduce to you my wife, Donna Gruhn.
Hello.
And so let's talk about our kitchen project. Many students know that the biggest thing that encountered in our kitchen project was the whole countertop and the problems with the countertop. And we went through a lot with that.
Yes.
Can you describe some of the issues that we went through with the countertop? What were the problems we had?
Well, the only problem that we had was that the granite company cut the sinkhole for the wrong sink. After we specifically told them that we were sending our sink to them, we went to the granite company to verify that they had it, and when they delivered it, it was cut for the wrong sink. So they had to piece together that part. It came out very well, though, from that. We are happy with it now.
So in spite of the problems that we had getting the countertop, how do you like your countertop?
Oh, I love the counter.
And we also got some new appliances, a new stove and stuff like that. How are those working out?
Those are fine. The dishwasher I don't use because
We have a college student.
it's not anchored.
Right.
It is hooked up, but it's not anchored, so we're not using it.
Right, and that's going to get anchored obviously as the flooring gets done. Which actually then brings up the next question is how has this project turned out from your initial expectations to where we're at now? What have been some of the surprises of the project?
Well, the biggest surprise is that it didn't just stop at the countertop. It continued on to now that I don't have a floor in my dining room or my hallway. The house is still a mess because of building and construction, and that wasn't supposed to happen right now.
So it's frustrating, especially with Thanksgiving coming up, that we had the initial target date of Thanksgiving, but I've made the comment that the project has blossomed, and you've said
It just snowballed and it's out of control.
right. So we clearly have some plans in place, and we've got windows ordered, we have flooring ordered, but your biggest concern is what?
The fact that it will just continue and never end.
Right. So it's important to, in any project, to really set some guidelines and time frames and expectations. So you actually brought up, when we were talking earlier, an alternate plan. So at some point, if the project manager totally fails the project, and at some point the worker bees that are supposed to be doing this project totally fail, what's our game plan for getting this work done so we're not living in a construction zone?
Well, we'll have to do what many other people do and hire somebody to finish it.
Right. So initially we had set a date of Thanksgiving to do part of the project, but as you said, it's snowballed. We now have flooring on order, we have windows on order, and we realized that some of the work, hopefully, since we both have Christmas break off, we hopefully will get stuff done there, and we've set a new target date of the Super Bowl to maybe have this all done. So we do have our fingers crossed, and there is still a ray of hope. Would you agree that there is a ray of hope?
Sure.
She says hesitantly. So ultimately, if a project doesn't get done and there isn't enough resources on the plan, you have to throw more money and more time and more resources to it, and we do have it. So with that, one question that was asked, Alexander asked me to ask this, is working with your project manager, did you get enough or too much feedback from your project manager throughout the project? And here's where I'm in trouble. So,
I think both, actually. We weren't on the same page as to how this project was to proceed.
so because there were differences in the project definition, you wanted to basically just do the counter and call it done, and I just kind of allowed it to what we call in project planning scope creep. It just kept building and building and building.
You did what you wanted to do.
Right. And so because we're going to get it, hopefully we'll get it done, and maybe come Super Bowl Sunday that we'll have a nice living room, and the floor and the windows and everything will be done.
The plan was to do all of these projects, but not all at the same time, and certainly not during winter.
Right. So basically, as in any project, if the parties a part of the project are differing in expectations, differing in things, you've got to work it out. And for whatever reasons and fault I have, and we are adjusting and we are making the project. So I want to end on a happy note, and that do you like your countertop?
Yes, I like my countertop, and like I said, all of these projects were needing to be done and were planned to be done. It's just that they are all happening at the same time, and it's just a little overwhelming.
So that's actually, you bring up a really good point. A lot of times in a project that there's a lot of stuff going on, and we've got several things going on at once, and it's the managing of building the wall, the windows, the trim, and all of that. So that can actually, while there is hope and outcome of a successful renovated kitchen and upstairs, there's definitely frustration along the way. So that's times where we get a cup of tea and we just kind of relax, and we have to realize that we will get done. Right?
It will get done eventually, yes.
Right. So I want to thank all the students for putting up with me and the kitchen project. I think it's been a good model of some various aspects of our class throughout different things. And I definitely have to thank my wife for putting up with me and changing the scope of this project. And I guess I've got some deliverables that I must attend to in the very near future, or there'll be a contractor that's going to get hired very soon. Thank you very much. Have a great day, and catch you guys all later.